Hello and welcome to another TBR jar, which is over here. Picks my, where are we? April reads. Oh my god, how are we in April already? I don't even understand, but it's gonna be picking my April reads. And I have been doing this for a couple of months, well, this year basically, and it's been really fun. So the whole idea is, I have the smallest prompt in the world. There's actually quite a few prompts in here, but they're very tiny. Listen, I'm a noob, okay? I have a couple of prompts in here. Most of them I found online. If you want me to add some prompts in here, give me some suggestions down in the comments. What prompts would you like me to add in here? And maybe I can get some more ones and put in here. But basically, these are prompts that are gonna help me find my next reads. I do read quite a few different books, but I try to only pick 5 prompts each month because I want to give myself the opportunity to also read some of the books that I've already decided on. I do have some pre-orders that are coming in pretty much each month of this year that I know I want to be reading. And also I want to make sure that I actually read, because this is something I've noticed. A lot of people do these TBR jars, but I've noticed that a lot of the people that I watch don't actually read the books that they pick. It's more like a suggestion and then they'll pick a couple of them. I so far have read each and every book that I picked. Including the month of March, I have read each and every book that I've picked, so at least maybe know that. The books that I am picking, I will be reviewing next month. So if you are interested in seeing some reviews of the books that I've been picking up, I will be reading the books, I will be getting to them, because I do read more than 5 books a month, so don't you worry about that. Before we actually pick these, let me tell you about one book that is already on my TBR, because this is The Sunrise of the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. This is the Haymitch story. So this is the Hunger Games, but it's like before the Hunger Games. So this is Haymitch story. I love the Hunger Games. I love the, what is it? Ballads of Snakes and Songbirds, or Songbirds and Snakes. I actually love that book. I thought that was an incredible character writing. It is not about how does a good person turn bad. That's not what the book's about. It's about President Snow. It is a book about why he was bad all along. He was never a good person. And it shows how these small, egotistical, selfish decisions can shape you into just being an altogether bad person. And I thought the book was just incredible. It shows how someone is... let's not talk about that one. I love the book. I really love the book. I've seen some people not love the book, but I loved it. I love the book. It's not about how did he turn bad. It's about he was always bad. He was always a bad person. And sometimes it just, the things that are already in you allows you to make even more bad decisions and not feel too bad about them. Enough about that. I will be reading this one in April. I do have another book that I am finishing up right now, and then I have another book that I want to read in March, because I'm filming this at the end of March. So this will go on my April TBR, regardless of whether or not I get it in here. If I get something that fits with that, of course I will pick it, but know that I will be reading that next month. So let me see what we will be reading. 2 different ones. Let me keep this one. What will we be reading next month? Oh my god, they're so small. A book including a word I don't know the meaning of. Okay, you probably already got this, but oh my god, I'm so mean to myself. English is my second language. So I'm gonna find a book including a word that I don't know the meaning of. I definitely did this prompt just to play with myself. Let me go through my books. Okay, I almost feel like I'm making fun of myself because I don't know what these words mean. Not 100%. I don't know 100% what these words mean. First one, and this, I probably won't pick this because I don't think that this is necessarily a word, but maybe that's also part of it. I don't know if this is a word or if it is a name. It is Anathema. This is by Keri, and there are whispers about what lurks in Witch Nell, the forest where sinners go to die. The villagers call it the Eating Woods because what's taken there is never given back. Only those who've lost their senses would dare to go near it. And I think it's about her going into the woods. I don't know if Anathema is a made-up word or if it's a word. But maybe that's part of this whole prompt that I truly don't understand. I also put out actually Belladonna. I know for a fact that Belladonna is a poisonous flower, but not even if my life depended on it would I be able to tell you which flower this is in my native tongue. So I can't picture it. I don't know what it looks like. I literally have no idea. Again, I know it's a poisonous flower, but I don't know which one. This is one of those things that I have learned in English and I don't truly know actually the meaning of it. And okay, this is where you're gonna have to laugh a little bit with me. But I don't actually know what apex means. I understand somewhat like apex predators, like I get it, but I also don't get it. This is double apex. I got this on a sale somewhere. I was buying a book because it was on sale. This is just a contemporary romance. This is by Josie, Juniper, and this is an engineer and a cocky race car driver go head to head in this spicy Formula One romance. Listen, why? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. I literally have no idea. I think this one is probably a good fall read. It's a little bit, almost like a little bit gothic, I think. So I think we're going into summers. I think I will save this and I think I will go for Belladonna because I want to read about this, because this is basically, it is about a woman, orphaned as a baby. 19-year-old Signa has been raised by a string of guardians, each more interested in her wealth than her well-being, and each has met an untimely death. And I am just very, very interested about this. And this is supposedly, however, Signa's best chance of uncovering the murder is an alliance with Death himself. Very excited about this one. I'm pretty sure that this is young adult, and I feel like this will be a perfect pool read because April is definitely the season where I start hanging out by the pool. So I am gonna pick Belladonna by Adalyn Grace. I've heard good things about this. Again, it is a young adult and I like young adult books. Usually they hit the right spot about dealing with adult issues in a way that is just kind of almost like tangible. Like, you know, coming of age kind of a book. Listen, I'm an old lady, but I love young adult. Not all of it, from time to time. Okay, let's pick another one. Like I said, we are gonna be picking 5 different ones. A book with something broken on the cover. Okay. I will definitely have something for this. Oh my god, I found it. Hooked. I really, really want to read this one. This is Emily McIntyre's reimagining of Peter Pan as a romance novel, and it's supposed this is the first one in a series of freestanding books, all of them like reimaginings of old fairy tales where the bad guy gets the girl or the bad gal gets the guy. I don't know exactly how all of it is, but I'm very, very excited. Oh, this is about like almost like, wait, is this like mafia? I've never read any kind of mafia romance. Is this gonna be my first one? Oh, so it's like, okay, so Hook, the bad guy, is gonna get Wendy. Oh, she finds herself unsure if she's falling for the man known as James or the monster known as Hook. Okay, so this is probably gonna be a little bit more like dark romance. I have no idea. I have 0 clues, but I am going to be reading Hooked by Emily McIntyre. It has a broken clock. I think you can see the broken clock on the front, and I am so excited to get into this. I already own part 2 as well, and I've heard really good things about this, and I'm enthralled. Is this gonna be mafia? I've never read anything like this. Book Talk is making me read all kinds of things that I didn't think I was gonna be reading. Here we are. Let me get my third one. And it's gonna be this one, which is lowest rating on Goodreads. Let me get my phone. Okay, so I do have a list. My want to read list is basically all the books that are in my physical TBR or that I have downloaded on my Kindle that I want to read. Like, it's my physical TBR or some stuff that is in my Kindle. So I am gonna sort it by average rating, I guess. And it's gonna be, okay, so the one with the highest rating, which is The Will of the Many, and I'm gonna reverse it. Okay. Oh, it only has 2.89. It's gonna be The Last One by Rachel Howzell Hall. It only has 2.89. I will say Guild, The Plated Prisoner, Part 1 by Reverend Kennedy is the second one. There is a couple of books that I actually really wanted to read that was here. Okay, the last one it's gonna be, I have it over here. I see it. Hold. I bought this book simply because it had a really beautiful front, and look at this inside. It's so pretty. Apparently that is not enough to make this a good book. Rebecca Jarros is saying masterful storytelling with a female protagonist worth rooting for. But I mean, what does Rebecca Jarros know, okay? So, explosive and enthralling. Romantasy, okay, so it's romantasy, okay? Hopefully there will be some love at least. Thrown into a desolate lands of sickness and unnatural beasts, Kai wakes up in the woods with no idea who she is or how she got there. All she knows that if she cannot reach the Sea of Devour, even this hellscape will get worse. But then she sees the village blacksmith fight invaders with unspeakable skill. She decides to accept his offer of help. Okay, I guess there's gonna be a love story between two of them. Apparently this is not a good book. How long is this one? It is 424. This is the author. It is a woman of color, so I am excited to be reading it. And it is a beautiful book. Like, look at that. I have a fussy on my lip. I really hope I like it more than others will. I don't always agree with, you know, how everybody else feels about books. So I really hope I will enjoy it. But we will be reading The Last One by Rachel Howzell Hall. And hopefully I'll disagree with Goodreads. Next one, this will be the fourth one. And this is a book others disliked. Okay. I don't know if my friend is seeing this. My friend, Allie Dawson, told me, you need to read Blood of Hercules, because she hated it. I'm gonna do you a solid, Allie, and I'm gonna read that as the prompt, a book that others disliked. Okay, let me get it. This is by Jasmine Moss, and this is The Blood of Hercules, and it says, I'm just a girl, and it turns out I'm Hercules. I'm struggling to survive in a Titan-infested world where Spartans, immortals from 12 royal families who have godlike powers and obscene wealth, rule over all. A shy, stammering foster child with nothing, I keep my head down, cover my scars, and focus on excelling in school. At least I try to, then it happens. I am a Spartan. Okay, so she is a Spartan. Okay, so this is gonna be, I'm guessing, I think this is like a romantasy, and I don't think that this is young adult. I'm pretty sure this has some spice in it, and it does seem like this is gonna be probably a pretty, it's giving, I think she's going to like a war academy, and it's giving Zodiac Academy, but make it Greek, and I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, you know what? I hope Allie's wrong. I hope I love this. Why am I reading books that nobody loves? Give me a good prompt for the last one, okay? This is gonna be my last prompt. Give me something good. A book with an even number of pages. I will find a good one. Haha, I am successful! This book, 358. That's an even number, and this is Court of Vice and Death. And this is the second book by Alexis Calder. I don't know what this is called yet, but I did read, it's a Kingdom of Blood and Salt, I think, was book number 1. Yeah, Kingdom of Blood and Salt. And this is also Greece, but like make it romantasy and make it dragons, fae, vampires, humans, and all the things you can think about. Probably werewolves too. There's probably everything. This is part 2. I can't say too much about part 2, of course, because it's probably going to spoil part 1. But part 1 is about a daughter of a king, but she is the bastard daughter of king. He was unfaithful with her mother, and he brought her back and she is trying to fit in court. She's coming along really well with her half-sisters, but her stepmother hates her. There is a war between them and the Dragon Kingdom. There's a big wall, and all she wants is to go and fight on the wall because she doesn't feel like she fits in at court. Her sisters are, you know, trying to be princesses and be part of court, and she just wants to be a soldier. And there is this really mystical agreement between them and the Fae, which lives on this island outside of, it looks like Crete. Again, if you read the books, there's a lot of Greek mythology and Greece like little things that you pick up, and they have this agreement that they come every so many years and get so many humans to bring back to them to their island, and nobody knows what happens with them. The humans thinks they're being sacrificed, nobody knows anything, and the first book starts when this delegation comes to the humans to pick up new humans to bring with them, and there's just this whole unraveling of events, and it's a really interesting book. I gave it a 4-star. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was an easy breezy, just entertaining, romantic-y, broody male, strong female character. I liked it a lot, so I'm very excited to be able to read part 2. This might be the first one I read. This is actually not true. The first I'm gonna read is this one. This will be the first one I read. Sunrise on the Reaping. This will be the first one I read. I have one book that I'm finishing up and one more book that I want to read in March, but then I will be digging into that one because that is definitely the book that I am the most intrigued by. But yeah, that will be my TBR. So I will have Sunrise on the Reaping. It's not part of the TBR jar picks, but it's definitely part of my TBR. And then a Court of Vice and Death, and I will have Blood of Hercules that I hope that I don't hate, and then I will have the last one that, again, I hope I don't hate, and then Hooked, which I have a good feeling about this. I'm excited about reading a whole new genre, and Belladonna, which I really do need to be. Should we Google? What is Belladonna? Belladonna, I cannot spell. Belladonna, Swedish. Commonly known as Deadly Nightshade. Oh, it was, I'm getting so, it was named by Swedish botanist Carl Linnaeus, which he's the guy who made all those families. That's not what I was looking for. It says Belladonna too. Extensively grown in the United States. Maybe that's why we don't have a Swedish name for it, because maybe it's not like commonly, and maybe that's why I don't know which flower it is, because it's not available. Because that happens a lot, that some fishes and some berries and some plants, they don't get a name in a country where they don't exist, which, I mean, kind of makes sense. But I hope you enjoyed this TBR. Let me know which book you are the most excited about. I also am getting, I do have another book that also will be on my TBR because it is coming in. I have pre-ordered it, and it is the second part after Phantasma, and it is, oh my god, Fearless by Lauren Roberts is coming out, the last part in that series as well, and Enchantra by Kaylie Smith is coming in April, and Wild and Wrangled are coming. This will be an amazing reading month. This will be an amazing reading month. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. I want to read all of these. Okay, have a good day. Bye.